Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be playing some Dragon's Dogma 2. Now everyone knows this game launched in a very bad state, and it suffered from so much performance issues no matter what hardware you had, especially on the CPU. And I'm glad to say that they have fixed most of those issues. It's almost perfect now, so if you haven't played it and you were interested, now is probably a good time to jump back in. I'm going to quickly go through the in-game settings and see how this game performs with the RTX 5090. So playing at a resolution of 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz. Game supports FSR 3, DLSS, and also frame generation if you want to use it. I'm not using DLSS or frame generation or FSR. This is completely native. I'm also using native resolution, so image quality is a resolution scaler. If you have it in the middle, you'll just be using the resolution you've selected. Obviously you can scale that to go up to 8K if you want, but I'm not going to be doing that. Ray tracing is enabled, and that grays out certain things like ambient occlusion, but everything else is maxed out. Texture only goes up to 3 GB funnily enough, but it does use a lot more. I have disabled motion blur. That's a personal choice for me, and depth of field. I think it makes things unnecessarily blurry, but other than that, that is the settings I'm using. We're playing at native 4K, and the game does look okay. I wish it had a DLAA. Now that we got DLSS 4, it would have been nice to use DLSS as the anti-aliasing method. So Vernworth is one of the main cities in the game, and this is where a lot of people had issues with performance in terms of just frame pacing. It was very choppy, and you'd get very bad performance as well. So if you didn't have a good CPU, decent memory, you definitely know about it. But you can see I'm pretty much holding over 100 FPS and things are pretty smooth. So they've done a lot of work into getting this game to work as it should. I'm gonna run around the city, and then I'll go do a little bit of exploring, because I've already beat this game. There are a few missions here and there that I haven't done, but most of the side quests I've done, and definitely all of the main missions. We're playing so much smoother than before.
Ox carts make for relatively safer travel.
They can be most convenient, though they only travel during the day.
I think this part of town, I'm the only one allowed in, so my party's gonna have to leave me here, but that's fine.
I'll teach them a lesson they will soon forget.
The game is huge though, very open. It's pretty much better than the original Dragon's Dogma in almost every way.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
So yeah, your party will leave you here.
It's not our place to hurry the Arisen.
So this is kind of like the main castle.
Beg pardon, sir, but you are the Arisen, are you not?
I am.
Captain Brandt bade me ask aught of you, if you would hear it. However, it is a matter best kept from prying ears. Might we not move to a more discreet location?
Okay, guess I gotta follow this dude. It'll not be an ambush. It won't end well for you.
Firstly, pray, take this. 'Tis a regalia sword, one of the kingdom's treasures. 'Tis my duty to guard it. Yet, a duplicate now rests in its place, and I must beg you to keep the true artifact hidden, lest the generations of Amundian rulers have wielded it, though not in battle, of course. 'Tis a ceremonial weapon for use in parades and the like. Yet, Deesa's disdain for tradition has seen the blade suffer. 'Tis fractured, and has lost much of its former luster. Captain Brandt is of a mind to restore it, so that it might serve as a symbol of your authority, Sir Arisen. Indeed, When the time comes for you to announce your ascension, having this sword at your hip would doubtless elevate your standing in the eyes of the people. And I must confess, having watched over the blade for many a year, I've grown rather fond of it. I should be well glad to see it restored to its former splendor by your hand. My hopes for our kingdom and its treasure go with you, Sir Arisen.
Okay, I got the Regalia sword. You can get that repaired, but I think there's only one guy that can do it. Okay, we got a new mission now. Anyway, time to get out of here. Let's get into some fights. Show what performance is like when getting into battle.
We must needs find a smith with the skill to restore this blade. To whom can we turn for aid in this matter?
I'm not too sure, we'll have to find out.
I've heard a blacksmith of singular skill resides in Batal. Perhaps he could restore the Regalia sword? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. We're hardly so destitute as to shun an ox cart's services. What say we ride one to our destination?
A most agreeable suggestion. Of course, the Arisen shall have the final say in the matter.
Your pawns do talk a lot, but it's interesting. Sometimes they have strange conversations or interactions with each other. Not too sure how far this is, but I'm just going to follow her wherever she takes us. So the performance doesn't change too much from being inside Vernworth and being outside. And 9800X3D doing a good job of keeping
Over here, if you please.
the 5090 fully utilized. This game's pretty CPU bound. Slow down a little bit.
Are you coming, Master? Our path is here.
No doubt we'll run into some trouble at any moment. Okay, where are you taking us?
If 'tis as broken as it seems, then I'm afraid we've no recourse but to find another way around.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
You really got to listen to how your party talk, because you can get infected with some kind of disease that makes your players turn against you. So they start getting arsy and start getting aggravated and not wanting to do what you say. You got to let them leave your party.
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items.
I'm good.
Would you mind coming over here?
What do you guys think of this game in terms of graphics compared to Monster Hunter Wilds? Both use the RE engine, both from Capcom. Both big franchises for Capcom.
I see our goal has changed. I would not presume to direct our course, but do let me know if you require a guide.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this eventually.
No, she just kind of stopped leading me. Maybe I took a wrong turn or something. Pretty surprised we haven't ran into any enemies yet. Got some goblins here.
There, Master! Flame will accomplish little against this foe. I shan't let them on. Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
some down here too.
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Okay, lead the way. Sometimes after a fight, it takes a while for your character.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
Yeah, the game's playing silky smooth though. I can't remember exactly how my 4090 used to perform, but I don't remember it being over 100 FPS.
If we gather too much, our packs will grow heavy, but oh, what's a bit of extra weight?
Okay, we've got more enemies to deal with.
You've been doused in oil! You must stay clear of fire!
My party just made light work of these guys.
Dare I say it? We trounced our foe, well and true.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
Alright, Misty, do your job. She's meant to lead the way to the objective, but not too sure what she's doing right now.
Already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Okay, I didn't realize these guys were here.
That was it. Never have I encountered
Oh well. Colour me surprised.
Okay, we're good.
If no one will do it in my stead, then I suppose I have little choice but to obey.
That's why she wasn't leading the way, because there was enemies close by. Massive frame spike there, but there hasn't been too many, so that's okay. Be more over here.
Would you mind coming over here?
More goblins.
I'll combine my magic with yours that you might cast the spell more quickly.
Okay, that's all of them. At least this game doesn't push my card too hard. I'm not really using 500 watt at any point.
This should help. It was excellent. I could have done no better.
Is that all of them? Good work, guys. Let's take a break. Make camp get some buffs from eating something.
Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect. all for swapping stories. But perhaps another night? I can scarce keep my eyes open.
Agreed. We ought to give ourselves a chance to recover ere we continue on our journey.
Okay, Misty, lead the way. Overall, happy with the performance though. Game's massively improved, and obviously the RTX 5090 is just brute forcing it at this point. I'm glad there's no really any utilization issues, so the 9800X 3D doing a good job keeping up with the RTX 5090 as well.
Pleasantly cool here. What with a canopy overhead?
I suppose 'tis too much to ask that we pass through unmolested.
I will protect you.
These stupid things. It's hard to avoid these things. Come on.
This battle is ours.
I think that's all of them. Okay, heading into a cave now, so I can definitely use some more light.
Over here, if you please.
A cave. Shall we proceed into the depths?
We'd best be prepared to make our own light before we proceed.
By your leave.
Let's go.
Let my magics grant you an elemental boon.
Alright. Don't want to break that bridge, so let's try and get them to come over here. Want to try and keep that bridge intact. Okay. We did that all without breaking the bridge for once. Let's cross first, just in case this gets broken. Alright guys, keep moving. Some more enemies here.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
Come on, let's go.
Would seem our fight is not yet done.
We fight. To arms.
Very well. I must.
Those are harpies around here. Can be pretty dangerous because they can knock you off.
I've heard heard a blacksmith of singular skill resides in Black Batal. Perhaps he could restore the regalia sword? I believe I can guide you to the person in question.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
Another cave. We have to fight elemental in here. Right.
I shan't let you off.
Let's pull this thing down. Right, guys. Nice, we took it down.
If we mastered that attack, we would be invincible.
That was pretty tough.
You're well fond of picking things up, aren't you?
No point in letting them go to waste.
An unlikely location for a path. Mayhap it leads to a hidden hoard of treasure.
Pray keep your wits about you. We needn't go barging in.
These walls have become a familiar sight.
Where your overconfidence does not lead to incaution.
One of those tight paths if we've got more harpies.
Have my protection.
Gotta be careful, you can fall.
Let my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Just keep moving. Need to get off here as quickly as possible. It's pretty dangerous.
Turn out your pockets.
Hand over all the coin in your purse.
Look out, Risen!
I don't think so. Oh damn, we got a Griffin to kill.
Focus. A moment of precision will spell out doom.
So it goes.
Alright, we got it.
See more where that came from.
Oh, we need to bring it down. Sometimes it just flies off, it doesn't want any trouble. Don't think this one really wants to fight us. It's hanging around, so maybe it does. Usually it flies away by now. Let's finish it off.
Press no more advantage. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
Eating this thing's ass. Even with all this amount of stuff going on, performance is still in the hundreds. Where do you think you're going? All right. Okay, I got my vocation up.
Excellent. Just what I was hoping for.
Good job, guys. See where we are. Anyway, guys, that was just a look at Dragon's Dogma 2. Playing very well at 84K, maxed out on the RTX 5090 and Ryzen 7 9800X 3D. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks for watching.